Hey, it's Andy from Inspired by the Journey. Hope you are all well. I'm not sure about where you are, but where I am in Sussex, it is baking hot today. And I'm not sure we're so good in the UK about dealing with the heat. But anyway, today I'm going to be making a Bailey's ice cream. I spent quite a lot of time looking for a recipe because a lot of the recipes that I found, they all had egg in. And Jen, she's not allergic to egg, but sometimes does have a reaction to it. So it was quite hard to find a recipe that didn't have egg in. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So the ingredients that we're going to need, and the good thing is actually that this is quite a straightforward recipe. So we're going to need 250 mils of full cream milk. For us in the UK, that's the blue milk. We're going to need a tablespoon of the gelatin. And the reason that the gelatin needs to go in is because the Bailey's has got a relatively high alcohol content. If you don't put the gelatin in, then you're either going to end up with crystals in the ice cream, or it's just not going to be very tasty. And we're also going to need 500 mils of double cream and 110 grams of either granulated or caster sugar, either will be fine. And lastly, and possibly most importantly, we're going to need 125 mils of Bailey's. Any other cream-based liqueur would be fine, but Bailey's is the original, so we're going with that. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to put the gelatin in with the milk. So now that I've done that, I just need to pop the bowl in the fridge for half an hour, and then we will carry on with the rest of the recipe. So the first thing I'm going to do is to add the cream to a pan, and then I'm going to add the sugar, and we need to stir it in till it dissolves. Pop that out of the way. Have a little bit of heat. I don't want to curdle it, so I'm not going to have too much heat. So I'm going to start stirring in some of the sugar, bit at a time. It's looking good, so I think I'll put a bit more in. So here's the stuff from the fridge, and you can see we use one of these silicone covers instead of cling film. So trying not to use cling film if we can help it. And then I'm going to stir that in with the rest of the mixture. A bit more. It's going to need to heat up a little bit as well, I think. So everything is mixed in nicely now. I'm going to turn off the heat. I'm going to let it cool down just for a few seconds, and then I'm going to pop the Bailey's in. Now, whilst that cools down a little bit, I'm just going to get the container for the ice cream out of the freezer. I put it in about an hour before starting to make this, as I read a couple of things online saying that if you do that, it helps to freeze it quicker, and it can also stop some of the kind of crystals and things forming in the ice cream. So stirring in the Bailey's. It smells so good. There we go. And then it sort of started to thicken a little bit. That's what I was saying in the recipe about having the gelatin, was it otherwise, because the alcohol content in the Bailey's is quite high, you either have to use a little bit less Bailey's, in which case the flavour won't be so good, or you need something to, either eggs or some of the gelatin to make it set nicely and not be too crystallised. So I'm just going to pour this in now. This is not the best saucepan for doing this, so we'll just have to see how that goes. It's a little bit full. So I'm just going to let that cool down a little bit now. Then I'm going to pop it in the freezer for 24 hours. And then tomorrow we'll get to taste it. So now I've grabbed my frozen ice cream out of the freezer. So I'm going to pop it into the Ninja tub in here like that. And then pop the lid on. And then I'm going to just put it into here. And then twist it round so that it locks into place. I'm going to turn it on, and then I'm going to set it to full, and then I'm going to leave it on the ice cream setting. So my 2 minutes is up, so I'm going to take it off the machine now, slide it out, and then we'll take the lid off. Let's have a little look and see if that looks good. That looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to just have a little taste, just for the purposes of making sure it's all good. Well, that is super, super tasty. Now this one is definitely an ice cream for the adults. So in the recipe it says to pop it back in the freezer for 4 hours. So it's, what time is it now? 3:30 here. So by about 7:30, 8 o'clock, once Milo's gone to bed, it will be ready for us to taste the ice cream. Hey, it's Andy and Jen. As promised, we are back with ice cream. I said that we would have to wait until Milo had gone to bed, and he was very disappointed that he couldn't have Bailey's ice cream.
Yes, he's on the promise of a new flavour later on, so we'll probably film that as well.
So let's give it a go and see what it's like.
Let's get started.
So it's got nice consistency to it.
Yeah. So this you made with the gelatine, didn't you? Oh, that's good.
That's really good. It's kind of rich and creamy, and you've got good flavour of the Baileys.
It's, yeah.
But you can't tell that it's got the gelatine in it at all, I don't think.
Just bear with me a minute.
I think this is much nicer than anything you'd buy from a shop.
Yeah. Dare I say it, this is almost nicer than a glass of Baileys?
No, I think the only thing you said was that maybe something kind of chocolatey to go with it.
Yeah. You had
so
something like some quite dark chocolate to go with it.
So you could grate some chocolate, couldn't you? Or like a chocolate brownie, something like that. A warm chocolate brownie.
Oh, yeah, a warm chocolate brownie would be amazing. Something a bit gooey.
So we'll definitely try that. I think we'll try it with a chocolate brownie. I've got a few ideas for my next ice cream. I think kind of continuing the slightly alcoholic theme. I think I might try this Serrano ice cream.
Ooh.
I just need to have a bit of a look to see what the alcohol volume is, because you have to be a bit careful about having too high alcohol volume, because then the ice cream won't set.
Yeah, we might need to also make something that Milo can try as well. When I was talking to him earlier, he was liking the idea of making some more frozen yoghurt.
So we could definitely try that.
Yeah, he's very taken by the ginger and fig recipe that you filmed recently that's on the channel. So if people are interested in that, you can look out for the video on the channel. But maybe we'll try something different as well. There's one problem with this ice cream.
It's all gone.
It's nearly all gone. I'm on my last spoonful.
Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this and you saw the recipe. And we will see you next time. Please remember to subscribe, comment and share. And we will see you next time.
Right, I'm off to get some more ice cream. Bye.
I'm going to. Bye.